Okay, October is Breast Cancer Month, World Breast Cancer Month, and to me, it's a personal as well as a professional matter. And as you know, many of you may know, I started my career as a radiation oncologist in training, and we saw cancer cases, and we had many failures because many times the cases came and in a terminal stage, but we also had a few successes, and that my experience there formed the basis, a foundation for what we're doing with the Brain and Body Foundation, and I talk about this in other videos. So, breast cancer in the last couple of years, I've lost very close friends to breast cancer. One was my manager, our manager at the Brain and Body Foundation. She discovered it a little late, and she started treatment. Um, the challenge was that in where she went to, the fee to pay for a 1 year treatment was about 50 million naira. Now, compared to dollars, that's not doesn't sound as bad, but in Nigeria, that's you might as well be saying 100 billion naira for someone like that based on her income. And so she had no choice than to look for alternative methods. I do not encourage it. Let it be on record that I always encourage you go to the radiation oncologist or the chemotherapy or the oncologist to get treatment. But she had no choice. So she went and got some help outside. Obviously, we're providing her with immune support supplements, and she said it helped her a lot, along with whatever she was doing. And it seemed like it worked. I think I left the country for a couple of years after that. But I had told her anytime she needed, she could always come to our foundation. I mean, she could always get from the foundation because she's taking care of the kids too. So it only made sense that she could have access to immune support supplements. She didn't take advantage of it. She became lax. I think it got to her head that she was doing well, and so she was cancer free, and she didn't really look into it. Unfortunately, as you know how the story goes, cancer came back with a vengeance. And next thing she calls me and it's like she can hardly breathe. Apparently, it had gone to her lungs and it spread all around. And I was really upset with her. Obviously, I felt very sad, and my sympathy went to her. But I was also upset because this didn't have to happen. She could have, to some degree, kept this thing at bay. She had access to all the immune support supplements, so I wasn't happy about that. Eventually, she died, and my condolences to her son and the rest of the family. The other case was my closest friend, probably the closest friend I've ever had. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell the rest of any member of her family. And by the time she came out with it was already the breast was already a mess. It had already passed. It had already spread through the skin. I think it was stage 3 or stage 4, but clearly it was something that she could not hide again. I guess that's why she talked about it. And what saddened me and what broke my heart was that she didn't want my help, and I don't know why she did that. But anyway, long story short, she did receive treatment. Treatment to some degree was the doctor said was successful, but it came back, and eventually she lost her life. And I think one of the things I want to bring out from that is the whole attitude. Some people have misplaced beliefs. They feel that maybe they're just going to pray and God is going to heal them, or maybe God doesn't want them to tell anybody about it. Hey, listen, once you have breast cancer, any kind of cancer, you have to fight it with everything you've got, and you have to call in all the resources, your friends and family, especially your close members of your family, and you have to see what you can do to fight it with everything you've got. God is there to support you. But that's not when you now say, "Oh God, I'm just going to leave everything to you and you're going to take care of it." That is not how it's done. We have too many cases of people who made that mistake, and they're not here with us again. So you've got to use a lot of wisdom, a lot of common sense, and a lot of vigor to attack this thing. But here's the thing, too. I mean, I did an interview recently with her daughter, who is also dealing with a late stage breast cancer, but she's the complete opposite. She's doing everything that I recommended for her, and much more. She's addressing her mindset. She's addressing her beliefs. She's addressing her diet. She's exercising more. In fact, she used to have, apparently cancer had spread to her spine, and she used to have a lot of back pain. All that's gone. She has lost like 50 pounds. She is full of life. She's full of joy. Her son is getting married in a couple of weeks now. and she is looking forward to traveling to and having fun with the rest of the family. So this is, in my opinion, this is a true success story. So you want to look out for my interview with Tony Fowler, Tony Toni Fowler, and I think you'll be very, very encouraged by what we have to talk about. So if you're going through cancer, remember this: it is not a terminal condition unless you say so. You say it is. But you have to dig in and be ready to fight for the long haul. Even after you've gotten full remission, your doctor says it's all gone. That's just the beginning. You're thinking 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years ahead. You want to make sure that those habits and those wins are not reversed. You want to keep on building upon those wins. So I want to encourage you, breast cancer is not terminal. You can. There's so many success stories all around the world that show that you can overcome it. But only if you do the right things, you think the right way, and you, of course, speak the right way, which brings us to our laws of life. So check that out as well. God bless. Bye.